give praise and worship to our power, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. Double honors to our apostles, our elders, and bishops of Great Millstone as well. Peace citation to the hopeful elect, 144,000. And the rest of the large multitude of men, women, and children. The YAHAWASHI will have mercy on these perilous times, perilous meaning dangerous times that we're currently living in. All right, it's your brother, HAQADASH, representing the GMS branch here in Cleveland. Lord willing, to bring out a quick and edifying lesson. The spirit power of YAHAWASHI. I'll probably rename it to another spiritual breakfast episode. Since it's the title that the Spirit gave me was we are tried by wisdom. Alright. And you know, wisdom don't lie. The Spirit don't lie. Alright, it's true. It's true in its essence. It's true in its nature. Okay? And it dwells with those who are worthy of her. Because remember the scriptures say wisdom maketh her friends of the Most High. And the scripture talk about how wisdom bringeth forth the kingdom. Alright? Wisdom bringeth forth the kingdom. So that very same wisdom is the wisdom that's bringing forth or ushering in the kingdom of heaven, bringing forth YAHAWASHI, man. The fact that wisdom has been restored on the earth, all right, is an indicator, all right, that we are approaching day and not night. Night is where creepy things happen. All right, is where death dwells. The light is where life lives. All right, if you look at it metaphorically with the sun and the moon, or light or day and night. YAHAWASHI represent the day, and Esau, the wicked, represent the night. So, understanding, man, like YAHAWASHI is getting ready to restore the kingdom of heaven on the earth, and it first started with us being restored with wisdom. All right, and that wisdom is that wisdom, bear with me, man, goddamn, and one thing is something else. That wisdom, all right, is going to preserve us in the darkest time on the planet, which is trouble. All right, and it's proved itself to be true. Matter of fact, let me get this Matthew. I'm gonna get it I'm gonna read it in the KJV, and then I'm gonna read it in the NLT. Matthew 11. Bear with me. All right, this is Matthew 11. And we're going to go straight to the point. Matthew 11 and 19. It says, I'm going to read it in the KJV verse first, and then in the NLT. All right, because wisdom has proved itself to be true. Okay, so it don't lie. So if it dwell with you, it's true. You see something in you. But as we're going to read through the Spirit, it has to try you to see if it can stay there. It has to try you to see if it can rest there. All right, she has to try you to see if she can dwell with you and trust you for a further distance. All right, because a lot of brothers came into this faith and it was tried, and wisdom found them to be unworthy of her discipline, of her love, and it fled from her. All right, and he from her. This is Matthew 11 and 19. The Son of Man came eating and drinking, And they say, behold, a man gluttonous and a wine bibber, a friend of publicans and sinners. So Yahawashi, like, you know, he didn't make a mistake when he ate amongst the sinners, all right? Because it was a representation of us in the future, that we were going to be sinners, we were going to be discontinued from our heritage, and Yahawashi was still going to sup with us. He still was going to rest upon us. Okay, it tell you that in Romans 11, that he counted us all in disbelief or unbelief, so that he may have mercy upon us all. You see what I'm saying? So that the spirit can be true, so that it can reveal itself to be true when it looked like it was no hope. Okay, because we all fell into these type of philosophies and doctrines where it make the word of the Lord true, that it was only the word that was going to be able to clean us up. It was only the word in the essence of YAHAWASHI, all right, that was going to stand, all right, bringing us out of the ways of darkness. Okay, that was going to only be the way, all right, to restoration, man. Okay, the Lord did it like that so that his word can be true. It says, but wisdom is justified of her children. That's really indicated in NLT. Matthew 11:19, the Son of Man, on the other hand, feasts and drinks. It says, feasts and drinks, and you say he is a glutton and a drunkard and a friend of tax collectors and other sinners. But wisdom is shown to be right by its results. See that? So wisdom has proven itself to be true. You know, it's proved itself to be true. So when it rests with you and when it dwells with you, it's not making a mistake. The fact that we have 100% truth to receiving salvation, that is true. When Jake said we don't have the truth, they're lying. The fact that we're put on these watch lists and we're a threat to America, when we have committed no crimes, when we have committed no physical destruction, when we have committed no destruction in the earth besides just going on the street corners and preaching the Bible, it shows you that we have the truth, because the wisdom is proving itself to be true by its results. We're not killing our brothers no more. We're not committing adultery. We're not committing sin at the max level. That shows you that wisdom is resting with us. We know how to apply mercy. We know how to apply we know how to forgive. Okay, we know how to deal accordingly. We're not moving in a hasty spirit. We're not moving in a malicious spirit. We're not moving with death as the forefront anymore. That proves that wisdom is resting with us. Okay? So wisdom has proved itself to be true by its results. We're a congregation of believers, which makes us brothers and sisters in Yahawashi HaMashiach. And we're not, look at that, as our passage, it says that the law, statutes, commandments is on the building, all right, as a spirit, as a mural, Exodus 20th chapter, because that's what we've been restored to. Like you said, wisdom has proved itself. Let me read that last part again. It says, but wisdom, in the NLT, Matthew 11:19, but wisdom is shown to be right by its results. See that? So the results, us, the way we move, the way we deal in society or amongst the brotherhood or amongst the body, it proved itself to be true by the way we conduct ourselves. The scriptures often talked about our anastrophe. All right, the way he said, what manner of conversation are you to be in these last days? Right, our anastrophe, our conduct, our conversation. We're in holiness, we're in righteousness, our speech. That speech also entails how we conduct ourselves, how we move with ourselves, how we move in society. All right, how we move amongst the church, amongst the brotherhood, And this same essence shows that wisdom, it's proven that wisdom is resting on us. And that's the spirit, because I'm driving down the street called Union in Cleveland. You see that? So we've been unified with YAHAWASHI and the Holy Spirit, man. And again, going with the title of the lesson, we are tried by wisdom. And the fact that we are moving like we're moving proves that wisdom rests with us. At 10:44, I said that. Let me get, this is Wisdom of Solomon. Like I wanted to bring that out first because wisdom proved itself to be true. This is Wisdom of Solomon 3:1. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High. No torment touched them. In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and the departure is taken from misery. So in the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and our departure was taken from misery. But it says, and they're going from us to the utter destruction, but they are in peace. But we are really in peace, okay? Because wisdom rests with us. We're fine and we're okay with Yahawashi, Jacob's trouble. We're okay with persecution. We're okay with being put in concentration camps. All right, being beheaded. We're okay with these things because we're at peace, because we understand what's going on. We understand the darker things. We understand the deeper things. We understand the dark parables and sayings. We understand the things to come. We understand the things to end. This is why we're comfortable and okay in that peace with the Lord's will. We understand him. We understand it, his will. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. That's our hope at the end of the day. Okay? Our hope is full of immortality. You see? It says, and they're going for us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For the Most High proved them and found them worthy for himself. So the Yahawashi has proved us and found us worthy for himself. Okay? It says, as gold. So that's really why we're being tried like we are. Brothers got sicknesses in the body. Paul and other great men had sicknesses as well. A thorn in the flesh until they got up out of here. You know, it could be the thorn in the flesh could be bodily sicknesses. It could be financial sicknesses. Some brothers is well off and help the church and still teach like it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because they have a certain type of spirit on them to do so. And some men, thorn is their woman. Some men, thorn is some men's thorn is whatever, their job, whatever, you know, their children, not being able to see their children or being with their children, and just demons. So the Lord is, because the Lord is taking those impurity out of you, okay? Because we're getting ready to lose a lot of things, and those things that the Lord may have you paying with, you might have to lose, just so that you could be just so that your salvation is sure. As gold in the furnace have you tried them and received them as a burnt offering. You see? And in the time of their visitation, let me see. Let me jump down to 9. No, let me keep going. And in the time of their visitation, I'm put up to my destination. They shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. They shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people, and the Lord shall reign forever. And this is the result of wisdom. Wisdom being with us is going to allow us to judge the nations. We're being set up as gods, because you can't judge the nations without correct understanding of how to judge the nations. That's why we had to go through each captivity. We had to be under the Babylonians, the Egyptians, the Syrians, right? The Greeks, the Romans, and the modern form of these empires, America. We had to go through each captivity under each nation. All right, like the scriptures say, each nation had a chance to rule. So we had to be subject to them so that we can learn their ways, so that we can judge their ways. We had to go through, and the prophets were preserved, the men of the Lord were preserved in each captivity with that spirit, so they won't consume with those captivities. They walked through those captivities with wisdom, and they was in those captivities, and they learned of those ways so that they can judge of those ways. Okay, we're going to be able to judge. We're going to be God's kings, lords, and God's kings and priests. All right, as gold in the furnace have you tried at them and received them as a burnt offering. So our bodies, our afflictions is an offering unto the Lord. And in the time of their visitation, they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. This is spiritual power. They shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people, and their Lord shall reign forever. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth. You see that? That's wisdom. And such as be faithful in love shall abide with him, for grace and mercy is to his saints, and he have cared for his elect. So we are tried by wisdom. Okay, wisdom is gonna, let me close with this. We said, yeah, let me 10. It says, but the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imaginations, which have neglected the righteous and forsaken the Lord. See, for whoso despises wisdom and nurture, because wisdom nurtures us, it builds us up for the times to come. All right, and all right, which whether the kingdom of heaven or whether Jacob's trouble, he is miserable, and their hope is vain, and their labors unfruitful, and their works unprofitable. You see that? Let me close with this precept. Sirach 4. Sirach 4 and 15. 14. They that serve her, talking about wisdom, she's known as a woman or a nurturing spirit, that we just read, shall minister to the Holy One, and them that love her, the Lord doeth love. See, the Lord loveth none but him that dwelleth with wisdom. Right? And you go to 1 Corinthians 15, it say the Lord is made unto us sanctification, redemption, and wisdom. So the Lord is made unto us these things. Whoso giveth ear unto her shall judge the nations, and he that attendeth unto her shall dwell securely. Right? Proverbs will tell you that wisdom shall preserve us, and discretion, wisdom and discretion shall preserve us and save us. All right. And if a man commit, right, meaning commits, right, serve, obey, all right, give your being over to himself unto her, he shall inherit her. See, and his generation shall hold her in possession. Now wisdom become our possession. All right, and now we can wield her. All right, not as like we have power over her, but we can wield, like I can wield my vehicle, because the Lord has set me over I'm one with the vehicle. Just like the chariots, the spirit is one with the chariots, like in Ezekiel, the 1st chapter. They show you on that movie, the Avatar, the blue people, they put their little tail into the bird and they control it, right? Because they're one with that bird, they're one with their vehicle, which means they possess it. Now they're able to wield it. Okay, it don't overtake that being, don't overtake it, and you don't overtake it, right? It's an equal exchange. Just like we don't overtake wisdom, and wisdom don't overdo us where it destroys us, because it can destroy you if it's too much for you. So it's a perfect balance, a perfect harmony, a perfect song. For at the first she will walk with him by crooked ways, and bring fear, dread upon him, and torment him with her discipline, until she may trust his soul and try him by her laws. See, we are tried by wisdom, because it's true, and it has to try you to see if you're true. When you go into that word integrity, one of the words, it says pure. Then will she return the straight way unto him, and comfort him, show him her secrets. Right? You got to be trusted. Like the scriptures say, don't be hasty to credit a friend. You got to try that nigga. You got to try that man, because he could be a nigga. You got to try that woman. Your relationship, you court, is called court. You trying them out, you know, before she becomes your wife. Just like a brother, or just like a relationship. You try them out before they're one with you, or in unison with you, man. Okay? It says, then will she return the straight way unto him, and comfort him, and show him her secrets. But if he go wrong, she will forsake him, and give him over to his own ruin. And this is why Jake be given over to their own lust, because they went a horn. All right, they thought they can deal with Sophia and deal with another woman. another doctrine or philosophy or another way. They said they given over to their own imaginations. In Wisdom of Solomon, the 3rd chapter, their own thoughts. They didn't dwell and rest with Sophia correctly. They didn't give her what she wanted and needed, and they didn't allow Sophia to give them what they wanted or needed. That's why I said those who despise wisdom should be tormented and miserable. It says, yeah, and that's it, man. It says, observe verse 20, Sirach 4 and 20. Observe the opportunity and to beware of evil, bad times, and be not ashamed when it concerning thy soul. So yeah, there you have it, man. We are tried by wisdom, and wisdom proved itself to be true, like we read. All right, I wonder what the verse 17 say. Sirach 4 and 17 say. In the let me see what Sirach 4 and 17 say in the GNTA. And GNT, let's see. At first, wisdom will lead you along difficult paths. She will make you so afraid that you would think you cannot go on. The discipline she demands will be tormenting, and she will put you to the test with her requirements until she trusts you completely. There you have it, man. And this is why we're going to experience even Jacob's trouble. The wisdom that we possess have to trust us completely, that to the point that we're going to have to go through a mental agitation. You go into that word trouble in Jacob's trouble, or in trouble in general, and the Adam online says mental agitation. It has to shake our mind to the point that it can trust us. And then when it found no flaw in us, that purity stayed pure, it's going to guide us. It's going to lead us. It's going to give us what to utter. It's going to give us what to say, like it says in Matthew, I think the 6th chapter or the 10th chapter. Before, when we brought before governors, then think not what to say for the Spirit, the Father in heaven. The Spirit is going to give us utterance. The Father is going to allow the Spirit to give us utterance in those times. That's when wisdom completely trusts you. When you don't know which way to go and it guides you. When you don't know what to eat and it gives you food. When you don't know which way to go to get food, it guides you. When you don't know who to trust, but it guides you. You know, when you don't know what to say, but it guides you. Then it shall be known who's my chosen. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I'd like to give all honor and glory and praise and worship to our power. YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. Double honors to our Apostle, Elder Bishop, Great Minister, and well, peace, citation, hope for the lake. Till next time, Bible Ball, Shalom.